That's pure gaslighting. To say, well, get better, go to detox, go, get better, get sober, go. And then he does, and he gains like 20 pounds or whatever. And then are you an all fat man? It's just wrong. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. Did you watch my I have a video, it's not a video of me. It's just them talking of the most vile, fucked up, Machiavellic of all of them. You don't believe she ever loved him? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if love, like unconditional love. I believe that she liked him a lot, and I believe that she was like, ooh, you know, by him, like probably any of us would, because he's such a light. Yes, she was. She was making fun of his movies, even if his movies were paying the fucking rent. I'm like, if you're paying the rent and you're paying for my diamonds and you're paying for my drugs and for my ecstasy and for all my friends' rent, I'm not gonna make fun of your job if your job is paying the rent. Exactly. How I say your name? I don't want to butcher your name. Jana or Jana or Hannah with a or Jaina. Gosh, I want to say your name right. So should I go? Should I do the really the vile? This is okay. Cool. I like your name. I like your picture, Kamian. I don't see your picture, but it's fine. I get it. You don't have to. No, thank you for me. I usually don't do this on the weekends because I have my kids on the weekends, but they're with their dad. So I can do this when they're here. I'll be playing laser tag. When my kids are here, I don't even open this computer. We're not going to talk about Mason and Deb and all that. But they're not here, so I was like, maybe I just get live and I chat with my friends. And I know next Monday it's going to be crazy. And I'm going to be watching, probably I'll watch it. Are you going to watch the trial on Monday? What channel you guys are going to go to? I might go to the reason I like to support. I'm glad you found me too. I have two. I have a. I sit here for 4 hours sometimes, and I just talk. Rob rules, all right. Yeah, Rob rules is cool. I like to give views to him, and I like to give views, even if it's for a few minutes. Long crime. I was gonna say that's what I do. I do a long crime network because then I can sit here and listen to it without the chat and without but at the same time, sometimes what I do is I have my tablet and my computer so I can give a view to Rob, but then I have my computer in Law and Crime Network. you know Umbrella Guy Tug is always a badass motherfucker. I love him. And it's not he needs views, he doesn't, but it's good to be there to hear what he has to say because they were after him after all. So it's funny when these people say that we are attacking them when in fact they actually put Umbrella Guy channel on one of the core files. Okay, I'm reading right now before I go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. If you're gonna go watch, this is like a whole, my god, there's playlist for everything. And there's I made a playlist on Evan Roger Wood documentary, Phoenix Rising, but the playlist says Phoenix clips, and the reason they're clips is so I don't get taken down. But I watched the whole movie, so I try to put clips to it of Evan documentary. I hate this. It's a fucking movie, all right? It's not a documentary. And there's clips on all these people. But mostly there's a lot of Manson stuff. I think 80% of it is Manson. Because it was happening, the court filings were just like popping every month. So I sat here and read them and read them and read them. And now with Virginia started, yeah, check them out, please. It's gonna be a lot of info. You don't have to sit and listen to me for 4 hours. Last time I was here, it was I was working. I work nights. I work at night, so I got back at 2 a.m. and I knew the trial was gonna start at 8. So I was like, I can go to sleep or I can get on YouTube. And I got on YouTube and I was talking to people for 4 hours and it was so fun. But we start talking about movies and whatever, because sometimes this whole thing gets, it gets toxic. Sometimes you need a fucking break. So I come back later, not later, but tomorrow, Saturday, whatever your time is 10 p.m. West Coast time. So I come back tomorrow, and I we do the sound bites of Evan. I mean, gosh, I confused the two witches. I'm a night owl too, but I work at night. I work at night, and when I come home, it's like 3 a.m. sometimes, and I looked on YouTube, and it's like nobody's there. None of my friends are there, so I'm like, why would I get here? Nobody's out, so I gotta wait a little bit. But yeah, if you're here, I get in here. We talk. Yeah, it's easier for me to do it this way. Looks better. It sounds better. I like to chat. But I know then it gets so long and then nobody's gonna watch an hour of me like just playing with my hair, which I do a lot, and drink a lot of tea. Mega pint. Dude, I don't even drink alcohol. I never did, I never will. I hate fucking alcohol. And I wanted to drink when I was listening to Amber and I was looking at her face. I was like, oh my gosh. I wanna Yeah, you don't drink alcohol, but don't you feel like when you're watching her that it's like I can totally understand why Johnny needed a whiskey once in a while? I mean, more than once in a while. Imagine that grilling your brain every single day, because this is not somebody that you're dating. This is your wife we're talking to. We're talking about your wife. Imagine to hear that every single day, 24. Well, not 24/7 because they both work. She worked. They both, when they go to work, he worked for 16 hours and maybe she's worked for 12 hours, whatever. But at night they will see each other between the weekend. Can you imagine that drilled to your face? You are? I'm 45. You probably don't look 70. Nobody does. None of us look our age. Yeah. So you understand that we grow up watching Johnny Depp. I could be. I don't have a mom. I'm an orphan, so I'm trying to be funny about it, but it's not funny. So I grew up with my grandparents, so I don't have a mom. It's all right. Right? No, but Johnny is 60. Isn't it he's 60 now? He's 60. Right, yeah. I got that a lot. People like I get like it's funny you said that because usually my friends are either younger than me or way older than me. Like people my age are like fucked up. Generation X. People born in the 70s, at the end of the 70s, like me. I was born in 77. We are we are a case. So my friends are usually younger or older. It's weird how it works. And I'm not talking about just partners, but just friends in general. Like I have friends that are 25 and they're fucking smart and so with it. And then I have friends they're like your age. Daughter is 49, my son is 52. Oh, Well, my daughter is 10 and my son is 12. Yeah, he's a teenager. And that's part of this whole thing. It's like I don't want my son to think. Of course, now we're not going to talk about it with him. He's 12, but a couple years. I don't want him to just like grow in the middle. Look, I'm getting all stupid. I get all emotional. Oh yeah. I always feel like I'm 30. I stop counting. When people ask me like I'm 32. I'm 34. Yeah. I was saying I don't want my son to think when he is older, when he starts dating what girls or whatever he starts dating, whatever, whoever. I don't want him to think that it's okay. Thank you, honey. You're so sweet. 25. I don't know what the fuck I was doing when I was 25. I was in trouble when I was 25. I mean, I was in college, but I live in Hollywood. So, enough said, right? When I was 25, I didn't really settle down and have my kids until I was 33. That was the age. And I'm glad I waited because my 20s were just, I wasn't a hot mess like Amber. Could never. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go now because I gotta go eat something. At 17. Wow. Got married at 17. How was that? It not doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I'm thinking about, like, it doesn't have to be an Amber and Johnny. I mean, people can marry young people and it don't have to be a tragedy, and not everybody's a jerk. Not everybody's a jerk like Amber Heard. I don't want guys out there to think that if we go for older guys, we're just a bunch of freaking embers, because I have friends that have gigantic age difference, and they're fine. I have Sloan, one of my best friends. She lives in LA too. She married when she was 18, and the guy is 30 years old, or 30 years older than her. And they're still together. Oh, that's so badass. That's what my grandparents did. My grandparents were never with anybody else, that I know of, and I don't want to know anything else but that because they're like angels in my book. But yeah, they were together in high school. Got out of high school, got married, and then they had my mom, and story goes, and they never separated. They pretty much slept together in the same room, in the same house, at least in the same house, pretty much every day of their marriage. Like if one goes, the other one has to go on a trip or whatever. Like they really didn't separate until they both passed away. And they also married young. So you never know. It's not really, it doesn't necessarily always have to be dark and bad. And not every young woman is a gold digger. Not every guy that on their 50s or 60s is a drunk, or has a midlife crisis, or is perverted. What I hear about these famous cases like this is that it all kind of gets washed with the whole, painted with the same brush. And I hope it doesn't. Like, not everybody who does drugs and takes pills does this that she's saying that he did. Not everybody who does ecstasy is an asshole. She does ecstasy and she's an asshole, but not everybody is. Not every young woman that marries an older man is a jerk. It, I hate general. I hate that. So I hope that doesn't happen. Right? No, I don't think Johnny has a handler. I think that was a problem. I think the problem was that Johnny you can't tame him. He's like a wild horse, that one. So I think that that's what she was pissed off, because she couldn't. She couldn't handle him. She couldn't tame him. And then she went to with Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he is one of the, I mean, you might like him or hate Elon Musk, but he has a brain. Elon dodged a bullet with her. Elon Musk was with her for like a few months, probably had sex with her, and then he was like, no, bye, bye, girl, bye. He knew. He probably can look at you and know that you're full of shit. So if she thought she could, no, I don't trust him either as a person. I mean, I'm not gonna have him over, but I am glad that he put the brakes in there. He put the brakes and he didn't go forward with being with Amber, because I think Elon Musk, he saw the bullshit. He saw the bullshit coming. Like, he's like, oh, this is bullshit, but I like her. You know, she's pretty. I'm gonna have sex with her, whatever. But that's it. Yeah, smart enough, and also smart enough to get away from her, and smart enough to see users. Because when somebody has so much money, like Elon Musk has to be able to see users. You know, he probably is a master of seeing people's bullshit and knowing when people want to be with him. Yeah, with the bruise, I think that's probably like a, maybe it was like a, I don't know what it was. I don't think that she had the balls to hit Elon Musk. I don't think she did. I don't think she hit Elon Musk, but yeah, those pictures are funny. Like, but he looks like he was crying or something. He's not a robot. Maybe he cried. Or maybe they were like wrestling and gonna be tough. You know what I mean? Like rough in bed or something. And that's why he got that red thing on his face. I don't know. But I don't think it was a bruise. I hope it wasn't. But also, Elon Musk has kids, has young kids, and an ex-wife. He's not gonna fuck around with some loser like Amber Heard. Yeah, yeah, she does that. There's a lot on her testimony last week about like, and then he hit me, and then I look at his face. Listen, the last thing I'm gonna do if you hit me is look at your face. You know. Thank you, honey. And I feel bad about leaving because you're hanging out here with me, and I feel bad. I feel guilty really easy. Because like I like to hang out and I like to chat, but I do have to eat something. Because if I don't eat, I get mental. I can't survive on black coffee all the time. Um, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back later. I can get food while I'm doing this, but I'll have to. I was gonna make some eggs and stuff, and some toast and some eggs with potatoes. I don't know. It's hard for me to eat when I'm here alone. Like I don't want to eat because there's no need. But I'm gonna do it. No, I'm Italian. I guess I could be French, huh? I could be. I'm really pale. I haven't seen the sun in like a year. Um, I could be French. I wish I was. I wish I was. It would be cool. I took French, I remember in high school. Yeah, my people. But I'm an Italian person that lives in the valley in LA. I'm not Italian, like cool Italian in Venice. So I'm sorry. That's, yeah. Valley Italian is not the same. I mean, it's something. And when it comes to the food, it's funny you said that, because it's like when you grew up with your grandparents making that food all the time. Thank you, honey. You are too. When you grow up with people making Italian food for you all the time, it's like then you just don't really think it's a big deal. You know, it's like if you ask somebody from Mexico, oh my God, Mexican food, and they're gonna be like, dude, I eat that like all the time. So like Italian food, I was eating it all the time and growing up. But they were tough. Nothing. You know, when I had COVID twice. Twice. I got that freaking virus twice. Um, it changed. Like I didn't want to eat meat anymore. I didn't want to drink coffee. I stopped drinking coffee and I started. No, it's fine. Thank you. It's fine now. That was in 2020 and in 2021 I got this bitch fucking virus twice. And last time I got it, I stopped drinking coffee. And I'm always been a coffee person. I'm like the coffee person. The person who goes to the coffee shop, the person that takes you to the coffee shop, the person that thinks about coffee the first time they wake up. I stopped. I've been drinking tea since I recovered from COVID in November, and it tastes it changed. Like I don't like juice anymore. It's weird. Vitamins. I am really bad at taking vitamin. I mean, I'm just I have to take vitamin D because I don't go outside and I don't go in the sun. I take vitamin D, and I also have to take medicine for my anemia because I have anemia. And also, maybe Amber has anemia too. Maybe that's why she bruises so easy. I'm making a joke, but maybe the bruise. See, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the bruise was real, but there's a lot of ways that we can bruise ourselves. You know what I mean? I walk into the walls all the time in my own house, and I have. Hold on, let's see. Look at that. Look at that. Abuse. Abuse. That's from my cat. My cat and me busting myself on the walls when I'm like cleaning. So I can literally go take a picture of that right now and frame somebody. How fucked up is that? I had gigantic bruise right here from playing laser tag with a gun, a laser gun. And those things are so heavy. So when you load them, you hit you kind of hit yourself when you load them. So my son was saying, "Mom, stop doing that. You're gonna have a bruise." I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm all tough about it. And then I will go to sleep. Last night I put on my pajamas. I'm like, what? There's like a gigantic bit. I'm not gonna show it on YouTube, but there's like a big purple yellow bruise. So what? Imagine if every time that we have a bruise, we just go to court on somebody. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go eat, but I will see you. Maybe I can get in here tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's a lot of things that we can talk about before Monday, because Monday everybody's gonna be watching the case. I'm gonna be watching the case, going to work, getting some sleep, watching the case, going to work, getting some sleep, watching the case. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's been really hard. But I didn't want to miss anything. Like I didn't want somebody else to tell me what happened. So I usually go a long crime network. I have my tablet on somebody's channel so they can have the view, but then I go watch it on a different network just so I don't get distracted, because otherwise I start chatting and talking to people and I get distracted and I want to look at her and just listen to everything she says. Oh yeah, my next video, I'm gonna do a video on body language on our girl, little lady Amber here, because she is a treat on body language. Not only, and I'm not going to criticize the way she looks, the way she talks, her hair. I don't care. I am going to talk about what she does and how she does it. Because everything that we do, the way I grab my cup, the way I move my head, everything. Yeah, behavioral panel, they crack me up. Those four guys that you're talking about, they crack me up. They're so funny. They're experts. I'm not an expert at all, but I know a con artist when I see one, and I'm telling you that a lot of the things that Amber does with her body are so telling that I don't even think that she's conscious of it. I don't even think that she knows she's doing it. Because if she does, she will stop doing it. So I'll talk about it next time. Yeah, she's so obvious to us. To us, she's obvious, but I don't think that she's obvious to her. Like, I don't think that she has any type of self awareness, unless maybe somebody from her team used this last week to show her stuff. Maybe she got on the internet, maybe she watches YouTube. Yeah, and that's what's going on with Elon Musk. Elon Musk was reading her like a magazine. He was like, no, no, bye. I'm glad. It's not like I love the guy, but I'm just thinking I'm glad that there's no more victims of Amber. Oh, you know who's on the list? Let me get the list up again. The witness list. All right, let me see. You know who's on the list? And that this is freaky. Not freaky, but Tasha. Tasha, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Tasha is her ex-wife, the one that she allegedly hit, and she got arrested. Okay, I'm reading it right now. So we got the list is mixed, but it's pretty obvious to know who's for what and who's who. So we got Amber Laura Heard in person. We got John Depp in person. We got L'Oreal Anderson in person. We got Amy Banks. I'm actually waiting for that. Amy Banks is one of the doctors. She it says video deposition, so whatever. We have Sean Bett, which is Sean Bett was the bodyguard, the main bodyguard in person. We have Isaac Baruch in person, the guy with a New York accent and stuff, a superstar, awesome dude. We got him in person. We have Franco James by video. I don't know if this is going to be, this is the witness list. You can go to fairfaxcounty.gov, G-O-V, okay? And you can get all the stuff because it's free and it's public domain. So that's what I'm reading it from. It's not like it's some type of obscure website. So you can go and get it. It's really tedious. It's like 200 freaking pages. You used to live in Fairfax in Virginia? Oh my God. If I was even close by, I'll be there right now. But I'm far. I'm on the West Coast. I would totally go to Virginia. Yeah. Her dad was using Johnny for horses and farms and houses and all that. Her dad, don't get me started with her dad. I don't like her dad. I don't want to talk about her dad because I'm scared. Her dad is a dangerous man, but her dad is a user, big time, and he's an alcoholic. So it's like, okay, what is okay if your dad drinks, but it's not okay if your husband drinks for some reason. So we got Franco James, we got Eric George, I don't know who that is. Tyler Hayden, I don't know who that is. Whitney Henriquez, which is Whitney, in person. It says in person. So she's gonna have to be there. Melanie Iglesias. Melanie Iglesias is a very important person too. Like if you've been following that. Yeah, they both did drugs together. If you've been following the case, you know like these characters, these players are important. Jacobs, Bonnie Jacobs and Tracy Jacobs. Those are the Bonnie or Tracy. One of them is a doctor, the psychotherapist that doesn't believe in diagnosis. Yes, a lot. That's part of it. That's part of it. That's part of her reliving her childhood trauma. But instead of doing the work like all of us and taking medicine and going, going to therapy and doing all that, Tracy, well, Tracy's there to testify by video. I hate the video depositions because it's like so hard to hear them and understand what they're saying. But Tracy Jacobs is to testify for David Kipper. We know David Kipper, the doctor. He's done his testimony. It was very tedious and it was long, but it was very important. David Kipper is the one that found the finger after all. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Jessica, Elizabeth Mars, Richard Moore. Who's Richard Moore? It sounds like I heard this name a bunch of times. Elon Musk is there too. Oh yeah, Kate James. She was funny. She was amazing. She was so funny. I love Kate James. Kate James was great. When they asked her, what you were doing as a person assistant, she's like, I was doing everything that I shouldn't be doing. I was doing more that I should have done because she paid me nothing. Like Amber was paying her shit. And she was making Kate work with Kate was having a kid, a little baby. Yeah. I'm so glad that Elon dodged the bullet. I really don't have nice things to say about Franco. From before this, way before this, I don't have a, I don't know. I don't have a good, I don't have nicer things about Franco. Yes, she did. Well, Kate was doing a bad job. She was being unreasonable, doing a bad job. Yeah, she threw Kate under the bus. Well, I knew she was gonna do that. That's actually your right to do when you do testimony. Like you can make notes and then you can repeat the opposite, you know. So she was making notes a lot when Kate James was talking. She was like, no, Franco's not a good guy. Another time, another video I can tell the story about Franco, and I don't like him. Not one bit. Not one bit. So here it is, Van Ree Tasha. Tasha Van Ree. That's the ex. On video deposition. She's supposed to appear. You know who's supposed to appear? Adam Wallman. Adam motherfucking Wallman. Adam Wallman. Yes. Amber is constantly like trying to look at Johnny, and Johnny's like doing his drawings and eating the Skittles with his lawyer and kind of being buddy buddy with the other lawyer. They're being like that team is so cute, and then you see Amber's team. They're like a ball of fucking. They stress me out, man. That woman. Oh my god, both of them, Elaine and the other one, Rottenborn, they stress me out. They're like a panic attack waiting to happen. There's like no good vibe. You have to have I'm not a lawyer, of course not, but I had lawyers before, and you have to have a sense of warm, and you have to be kind of like Camille. Yeah, Camille is really pretty. No chemistry, and you have to have some. They have to. Your client has to feel warm and welcome and like right. And I'm not a lawyer, and I can see that. So Elaine and Rottenborn are doing, you know what? She gets the lawyers that she deserves. If she's a bully, she's gonna get a bully lawyer. I mean, I think that's kind of how it goes. She probably thought she was making such a good decision when she was keeping. Elaine has been with her for years. Yes, she's a Karen. Amica Cream. Amica Cream. When she was asking Amber last week, she was asking Amber, did he slip the tongue? Did you guys catch that? When she was asking about Franco, she said, did he? It's so embarrassing. Oh my God. All right. You know what? I'm gonna leave. Before I leave, I'm just gonna play some fun. Um, Go watch my last live before this one. I was playing Marilyn Manson. My last one before this one because my computer died, and I was talking about IO. If you just got here, then I guess I talk about IO right, toilet right for the first 40 minutes, and then I deviate and start talking about other things. But oh yeah, the 911 call from Rocky, I have that on my channel too. I know they say that it wasn't, but we know it was Rocky. It's just her voice and her tone and everything is Rocky. Um um I don't know. I don't know. I'll be here forever because there's so many things that we can actually laugh at. And sexual assault and violence is not something to joke and it's not something funny. But if I don't take this um, with a little bit of lightness and satire, then I will go crazy. Yeah, go eat. I'll go eat. I'll make the food and then I'll eat it eventually. But at the same time, I'll get out here and I go. Yeah, I don't want to get out of the YouTube, but I come back later. And I should change the title of this because we didn't really talk about her friends that much. I was playing the IO right sound. It was bad. I play it again before I leave. Oh shoot. No, wait. Wait, wait, wait. Wait. Oh, let me play the oh shoot. Let me play the I am trying to find the Elaine pervy stuff. I'm sorry, it's too funny. Did you watch the what I posted is 5 minutes of the never seen until now footage of the position of Amber being all arrogant and talking about her domestic violence arrest and being all cocky about it. She's such a different person when she knows she's not in public. Like her testimony was not gonna be in public. She didn't know that it was gonna be on YouTube all over the place. Dumb dim. The testimony that she has the blue wall behind her and she's wearing the white shirt. That one, I guess she thought was private, and it is private, but it leaked everywhere and it's everywhere now. Um, you saw that one? The way she talks, it's like, oh my God. It's so like she's so full of it. Man, there's like 7 hours of audio. I posted it before, but I'm trying to find. I'm not gonna find it. Oh, the 911 call. Let's play the 911 call. And then I go 911. Come on.
Saturday, May 21, 2016, 20:27 and 27 seconds.
911 emergency operator 278. Hi, I need to report an assault right now happening at 849 Broadway at the Eastern Building in Penthouse 3.
20:27 and 37 seconds.
Okay, are you there right now, miss? No, I'm downstairs. Okay, and I'm sorry, you said 840, was it North or South Broadway?
47 seconds.
I don't know, it's Eastern Building, downtown LA.
You don't know?
20:27 and 57 seconds.
Because it's coming up in different areas, we have to be sure.
You know why it's coming in different areas? Because Rocky was in New York. That's why. The 911 dispatcher is coming up, and it's not coming from LA. Yes, because she was in New York. Nobody's gonna convince me that this is not Rocky. Like, listen, oh my God. We all know that. Just stop. I wish they stop lying about that because it makes all of us look stupid. We know. It's not a conspiracy theories thing. We know. That is Rocky.
20,
Somebody was being
28
physically assaulted?
and
Yeah.
07
Who?
seconds.
A woman.
A woman.
Who was hurting her? A man. Is that her
20,
boyfriend? A man. That's all I know.
17 seconds.
Did you witness it? No, I happen to know that it's happening, and I just need to remain anonymous. Okay, you can remain anonymous then, but I have to be certain what's going on. How do you know this is going on?
20,
She told me.
Oh,
okay, so this is a friend of yours? Yes. Okay, so what did she say, that this guy was assaulted her?
I love the LAPD. I'm so proud. They don't fuck around. If you're gonna call, you better say what you're gonna say. This lady's like, well, you want to remain anonymous, that's fine, but you have to tell me what's going on. Like, they don't just get it and they run, because they're so that they know people talk shit, and people call for fake reasons so many times. And I like that it was treated this way, and I like that when it's a dangerous situation, they also take care of it, but also they kind of get it with a grain of salt when people call, especially women on women, because it happens a lot that people will just do this to frame people. Amber is not the first one or the last one. So I like that the cop goes like, okay, yes, you can remain anonymous, but are you there? No, it's not Io. It's Rocky. Io's voice is different. This is Rocky. And she's so full of shit. My God, saying that she's downstairs when she's in New York. That's why the call was coming from a different place. The cop said, where are you? She said, I'm downstairs. No, she wasn't downstairs. Like, there's no way she was downstairs. In her deposition, she said she was in New York. So which one is it? You can't be downstairs and be in New York at the same time. No, Io's voice is what I was playing in the beginning of my video. I was playing Io Wright's voice. No, but listen, really? I think it's Rocky. Whoever it is one of the jerks, one or the other. No, it's Rocky. And I'm not talking about the voice, I'm talking about like the attitude. The attitude is so like, whatever. Somebody's getting hurt, whatever. Like, it's really like, if your friend is getting hurt, you'd be like, oh my God, get somebody here, blah. Like, you're gonna use that tone. You're gonna be like, I don't know, I cannot tell you anything else, whatever.
Sure, hit her? Physically assaulting her, yeah. Okay, but this isn't a boyfriend or anything like that? Yes, it could be, yeah.
28 and
okay, is it her boyfriend, yes or no?
Seconds.
Yep. Okay. All right, hold on. Are you between 8th and 9th Street in downtown? Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I'm sorry, what was the suite number? Penthouse 3. Penthouse 3, okay. And you want it to be anonymous, right?
Yes, and 07 seconds.
Why would you want to stay anonymous? Stay anonymous. Like, if your best friend is getting beat up, here's my name, my address. I don't want to stay anonymous. That is like so sus. That's so sus. But okay, I understand some people want to stay, some people have family, whatever. But I would not want to stay anonymous. If my best friend, like they call it, but there's a best friends, those three, Io, Rocky, and Amber, like sisters. My sister's getting beat up, assaulted, whatever. I want to remain anonymous. Are you fucking serious? Like, that is so unnatural and unrealistic, and that's not. I will tell you my name, my last name, my date of birth, whatever you want to know, to help the cops if this is actually happening. Yeah, you say the full address. You don't just go like, yeah, I think so. It's between 9th and Broadway. I think so. I'll be so first sad, scared, mad if I'm making the call. Even if it's a neighbor that I don't know, I'll be more excited, animated than this. Animated is the word.
And your friend, did she relay this information to you via text, or were you talking to her?
29 and 17 seconds.
What's her name?
May 20.
Her name, Amber.
2016.
That's all I can tell you. I have to go.
29 and
Okay, well, if that's all we have and we can't
27
talk to her, there's not much we can do. We'll
What
send
do you
someone
mean
up.
there's, send somebody up, please?
I'm gonna send someone up, ma'am, but, you know, if we get up there and she denies it or
Okay,
doesn't wanna talk
okay.
to us.
29
Okay, just so you know, okay? So we're coming out to 840 Broadway.
I love the cop. The cop attitude was great. It's like, yeah, I can send somebody out there, but if she denies it, she's like, just Rocky or whoever goes like, just send somebody, please. I gotta go. You're calling because your friend is getting assaulted, and you're like, I gotta go. I gotta go. She really sounds like she's ordering pizza over the phone. Like there's no urgency in her voice whatsoever. And Ayo, right? We're gonna play him. Yeah, not penthouse man, woman. Yeah. She goes like the police officer did a good job. You know, they don't just fuck around here. And they don't just jump out because somebody is screaming at somebody. Like really, you have to give them details because otherwise this stuff happens a lot. Women to men, men to women, whatever. It happens a lot that people just are in fights, and then by the time the cops get there, the fight is like over and they were just arguing, and somebody called the cops because they were being loud. This is not the same. This is your friend is getting assaulted. She used the word assaulted. Yeah. Yeah, the texts are a fucking joke. I know. Why they're not putting out the text in court? I was wondering this. Do you think they're gonna show the text? Johnny's team? They should. Those texts are gold. I mean, we know about it. I'm sure that Johnny knows about it. And you know the text that is actually gold? It's sad though. But it should be there in evidence is when Amber is talking about the knives with Josh and Raquel, or Josh, or both of them, or they're like in a group message. The one I'm talking about is like they are in a group text messages, and Josh says, you don't have to do anything, just show it to him. You guys remember that? The umbrella guy did a video on it and then it disappeared. I couldn't find it again. It's like a year and a half old. There was a text messages from them back and forth. The Josh, Rocky, Ayo, all those people talking about the knife. And it wasn't the knife that she gifted to Johnny. It was just talking about knives in general. I was like, that is weird. That's inappropriate right there. Okay, I gotta go. Watch my last video and the one before on Franco and the elevator and the little interview. Franco looking so sleazy, like he's stoned out of his mind, and Amber's like, I can't wait to be 30 and start my life again. And I'm not making fun of the way she talks. I'm just saying. But I made a video. Because I didn't want to go over and over and over and talk a lot, which I'm doing. So go watch the. It's loud out there. Friday night. Okay, I can't help myself. Hold on. Can't help it. I can't help it. Listen to this before I go. This nonsense.
Been relegated mostly to the private sector. It feels like, but boundaries. Everyone is a social, economic.
Wait.
It feels like violence against women is an issue that transcends all social, economic, geographic boundaries. Everyone is affected. It's a global issue, and it's an issue that has been relegated mostly to the private sector. It's largely unspoken about, underrepresented, underreported. It is internationally the most underreported crime.
No, it's not.
It affects women at a disproportionate level.
It's not the most unreported crime, Amber, but okay, it is not. Something else is that I don't want to say. But what she's talking about is not the most, it's not. And she's saying that in Aquaman freaking interview publicity for the movie. And she's talking about her activism. Okay, I go after this.
It does so silently. And unless we raise awareness and talk about it and bring it to light, we can't change the system. It maintains the silence. We can't change it unless we talk about it. And it's really easy to not change it if we don't see the faces, we don't see who our rules, our systems are hurting. It's an issue that happens predominantly behind closed doors. Violence against women is an unseen thing. Even economic violence against women, it's an unseen thing. And us women are strong and we endure and we have a lot of stuff to do in our life. So if we stopped and talked about it and cried every single time an injustice befell us, we would have no time in the day. And so here we are, enduring and surviving almost too much. And I want to just be one of the many, many voices right now of women, of countless women who are standing up and saying, enough is enough. Hear me too. Yes, me too. Time's up.
I agree with you. Did you hear that? She said, me too. Yes, me too. Me too. Time is up. That's all this is about. This is a political fucking agenda that this one has, Everett Wood, and all these people. Yes, time is up. And she's saying that in an Aquaman freaking publicity interview. I know what she's saying is true, but also I can show you right now that it's not the most uncalled crime. It is not. It is not. Yes. And because she wanted to change herself from actress to activist, and oh, I'm bisexual and I'm an activist and I do mushrooms and I'm cool. Yeah, well, oh my God, you guys, 2 hours I've been yapping in here. Thank you, you're awesome. Nobody else is gonna watch it, but that's fine because I'm having fun. The way she talked, I want to be one of the faces. I want to be one of the faces. You're not one of the faces, and it just, in a way, I can't wait for this circus to fucking end. Because I know it's hurting Johnny, but at the same time, I wanted to keep going because I want her to be dragged through the mud for the things that she's been doing, for the real victims and the stuff that she's fucking with. So in a way, I'm like, I want the trial to end. I want him to win. I don't want to see her face anymore. Yeah, it's a big distraction. It's a gigantic distraction. It's gigantic, but also this is a good issue. I mean, this case can be used for good because it has alcoholism, drugs, violence, mental illness. It can be used for positive if we use this case for positive. Yeah, being the face, not a priority. I know she wants to be the face of L'Oreal. Her lipstick is called Amber Red. You know that? It's red like this. Her lipstick is called Amber Red. Red. R-E-D. So when she talks about, it's a good lipstick actually. When she talks about how she had to paint her lips red so many times because of busted lip, I'm like, girl, your lipstick is called Red. Amber Red. It's bananas. She's completely mental. It's a good lipstick though. I don't have it, but I tried it on Sephora. I was like, ooh, this is cool. Like it's that red, like very brick, almost coral red. It's a good red. It has her name on it. That's why I'm not buying it. I'm not buying nothing from that company. No more. They haven't fired her yet. She's still, because you're worth it. And oh my gosh. She's still doing that shit. And it's not fair. There's models out there that can do that job, and they should replace her with real models. Not having this freaking fiasco of an activist, of a phony fake activist playing model. There's models to do that. Like, why actors have to do that? I don't get it. Anyway, that's a completely different subject. And I do think that call was rocky because I heard Ayo Ayo's voice before and after, and it doesn't sound like that. Ayo sounds more animated before transition and after transition. Ayo is a little bit more animated, like he tries a little bit. Rocky's like, yeah, I guess it's that building. Yeah, I gotta go now. But yeah, make sure you send somebody. But I gotta go now. Like there's not even like she wasn't even trying to be animated. Of course, you're not gonna be happy if your friend is getting assaulted. Not happy. But having that urgency, like, oh my god, this is happening. Fuck, this is really bad. And there's a tone that in your voice that has to change when you talk about something like that to a cop. When you call 911, you know there's chances they're not gonna believe you. Or there's a big chance they're not gonna believe you, and there's a big chance that they're not gonna do something about it right away. So you're not gonna call 911 and be like, yeah, right. You're not. You're going to be animated about it. Gosh, it's so full of shit. Anyway, bye, you guys. Thank you, and I'm gonna go eat. I don't want to, but I'm going to. This went for 2 hours. Yeah, watch my other videos, the short ones. You don't have to sit down and watch me freaking yap and play with my hair. The short ones are fun too. Bye. Bye, ladies. I always end up talking to a bunch of girls. I fucking love it. When I look into my channel, 80% of people that watch this are females. Isn't that great? That's great. I think that's really amazing. Hugs. Bye. Have a good night. Where you at? Oh, no, you're not in Virginia. You are you're somewhere, right? It's evening. Have a good night, have a good morning, and have a good weekend. But I'll be here. The Midwest. Oh my god, it's nicer. Okay, it's 95 degrees here. Not right now. Because I have the AC on. It's been 90 fucking 5. I'm saying the F word so many times. I usually don't drop the F word at work because I can't. And I don't even feel like doing that. So when I sit here, I'm like, F this, F that. Oh, we don't have humidity. We don't. That's why we got fires going on right now. There's a wildfire right here down in Malibu. I'm saying right here, like 40 minutes away from me. Yeah, they're all lying. Fuck is a passionate word. Yeah. My favorite word is bullshit. I love the word bullshit. There's no other language. I mean, like, there's not, I can't really speak, I can't really say it in a different way. Bullshit. Good night. But I'm not saying it to you guys because you're super cool. Yeah, we have to analyze Ayo. I don't want to analyze Ayo's body language. Hell no. And also I don't want to get in that. It's kind of sticky subject with Ayo. Yeah, I love talking. I mean, I'm mostly talk about Manson. It's like 80% of Manson, Marilyn Manson, because I was really, 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 really into, and I happen to know some people, and I'm more familiar with that because reasons. But the fact that Manson and Johnny are best friends, they call each other brothers. Manson is Johnny's daughter's godfather. It's not a coincidence that these two guys are being targeted like this. It's a whole freaking agenda. Call me conspiracy theories all you want, but I believe that is political. And I think Evan, Rachel Wood, and all these people, and Amber are working for the same people, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I fucking love that interview. Yeah. When Larry King asked him who's the better rapper, Jay-Z or Kanye West. He says Kanye West. Okay, Yeah, I got plenty. There's a whole list of Manson, the women. Each of the women, I read the court filings. They're really boring. But you can't really talk about this if you don't watch it or read it or go on Instagram and look it up or on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. I don't like talking about shit that I don't know about. So, for all I know, for all I see, there is no evidence whatsoever in neither of those cases. All Evan has is a little clip, a sound bite of Manson, and that's it. There's no pictures, there's absolutely nothing. And there's just a bunch of people saying a bunch of stuff. It's a witch hunt, but the other way around. That makes sense? Against men this time, but it's a witch hunt. It's just a definition of hysteria and witch hunting. This is what happens. You say one thing, and then the other one pops out, and the other one pops. Yeah, Kristen. Yeah, Kristen. Yeah, well, I call her Kristen. Yeah, Colonel Kurtz. She's amazing. She started at the same time that I did it a year and a half ago. And they told us we were nuts. They told us, how you defend a rapist? How dare you? Blue, blue, blue. And I maintained it this whole time not because I like them as artists, it's because I don't see evidence. Like, I don't see it. If I see it, I'll wash my face and my mouth with bleach for the rest of my life. But I don't see it. I know they have problems. I see evidence of Johnny having problems with alcohol, with drugs. I see evidence of Manson having problems with drugs. All right, okay. But I guess if every addict goes to jail, no. Every person with bipolar or borderline or addiction or whatever is a wife beater, no. So I hope this case kind of helps people understand that, and it doesn't get like taken as a stigma, like, well, everybody has borderline. That's what Amber does. So every narcissist is the same. Not every narcissistic person is the same. Not every addict is the same. Actually, oh my God, there's so many nuances and so many different layers to being a drug addict or to being an alcoholic. They make it sound like, oh yeah, he's a drunk. He was a drunk. Like, it's really not that simple. But I hope that there's some type of teaching after all this. I know what I think, and I know what I know. I know what I know, but America, and not the people that are us doing this and watching this, but mostly the people that don't know this stuff, they just hear the words, drugs, and they start doing what they're doing. I don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me. And I'm not an addict, but I've been with plenty of them. And I'm telling you that not everybody is Amber. Yeah, and she loves ecstasy and she loves mushrooms and she thinks that's okay, but painkillers are not okay for some reason. But ecstasy is okay because it's cool. No, if you want to be sober and you want your husband to be sober, you don't tell your husband to do ecstasy with you. You just don't. Yeah, it's not surprise. This whole freaking country is medicated. And this state where I live is medicated. And there's nothing wrong about being medicated. And there's nothing wrong about taking sleeping pills. There's nothing wrong about taking the stuff that mood stabilizer that Amber was taking called Seroquel. There's nothing wrong about taking what they're taking. The problem is that they're not talking about it. Yeah, yes, okay, but what about ecstasy? Come on now. She was talking about ecstasy the most. She was like, I had a bad idea once to do ecstasy with Johnny. Why would you give drugs to your husband if you are fighting for sobriety and you want him to be sober so much? What type of fucked up mindfuck witch are you that you're gonna be like, here, I have some ecstasy. And the guy's trying to stay sober. You stay sober, you are sober from everything. You're not sober from speed, but you do ecstasy. You're sober from whiskey, but you drink wine. It doesn't work like that. She was offering ecstasy to him in the plane. Remember, she told the story. It's like the first and last time I do drugs with Johnny. I thought it was a good idea because ecstasy is a lovey drug. Doesn't matter what you think. An addict is an addict. You can't do that to people. You can't do that to people. It was so cruel of her to do that. To tell him not to drink and not to do coke because those are bad. She thinks they're bad. But then give him ecstasy and give him red wine like crazy. She fed him the fucking red wine. And it's like, dude, wine, alcohol can fuck you up in the head way more than some drugs do. Like if you're taking medication like Johnny was and drinking at the same time, you can have a freaking psychotic episode. Yeah, wine sucks. Yeah, wine sucks. I can't drink any wine. I get headaches. I'm just weird. I'm weird. Like I can't smoke weed. You know, when I'm from everybody smokes weed. I can't smoke weed because it makes me paranoid. I'm just a weird cat. Yeah, she changed the story. But you know what? We remember and we have files that we can read on the internet and we can go watch videos, YouTube videos, and we can read the files and we know that the story has been changed 100 times. So she can try. The Manson girls, the Manson ladies are doing the same shit. But I remember and I screenshot everything. And whenever she would posted something about him, but then she says something about him, and we screenshot everything. They think that the internet doesn't exist. Like their ego is so big that they think they can get away with it. That's what's crazy. Like you and I wouldn't be able to get away with it with a hoax like this. So why was she? Like, no. All right, I said I was gonna go and I'm going. Bye. My cat. My cat doesn't like it when I talk to my phone on my computer. She's like, what are we doing? Lily. Lily. Oh, she's by the window. It's too hot. All right, bye. Have a good night. How do I close this? Bye. Thank you.